One is that it's an important piece of the natural systems. That means that you don't want to put more water into rivers than you should, and that you want to stabilize the banks of rivers, and you want to allow for the flooding of rivers in the spring when more water is coming down. So you want the natural systems to continue to function. Similarly, on hillsides, if you have trees on them and other things, you want to keep them because it keeps the hillside stable, so there aren't landslides. So one is to keep natural systems functioning. You can't keep them the same, but you can keep them functioning. That's one. Second reason is that there may be some cultural things that you want to do. There may be spots of really wonderful beauty that you want to preserve. It's not everywhere. But what are the most beautiful spots you want to preserve? And probably what you want to do is preserve those places which make this place different from everywhere else. I mean, preserving an ordinary piece of a hillside is not so important, but preserving a piece of a hillside with a great rock or other kinds of things that makes it different from everywhere else is important. So that's the cultural reasons that you want to do this. And then the third is probably, it's also a cultural reason, but you may want to interpret the past. I've always thought that historic preservation is really about telling people about the past. So what do you need to say in order to tell people about the past, on how people lived, and how a village functioned? What do you need to do? You don't need to save every old place. If there's one place that allows you to tell that story really well, then do that place. Or if there was a special event that occurred. I mean, it's interesting in Shinhendi, one of the things they actually preserved, they actually rebuilt it, but is the place where the first meeting of the Communist Party of China occurred, right in the middle now of this commercial complex. But they saved that because that was an important event, a really important piece of the history of this country. And so maybe there are some places that have those kinds of importance to them. But you don't save everything. I mean, the world changes. Actually, I studied when I was in university with Kevin Lynch, and he wrote a very nice book that's called "What Time Is This Place?" Maybe I think it's his best book. And the book is about how do you express time in cities. And he had an idea. He said, maybe instead of what we try to do is to save some imagined stable time, when things weren't changing, they were just there, fixed, there. And we want to keep that kind of place. We want to keep examples of stability. But he said maybe we should actually celebrate change. So instead of just saving the Hutong in the center of Beijing, you should also celebrate the factory that was located in the Hutong. Not everyone, but some, because that was a piece of the city's history, really important. Even though it destroyed some of that Hutong. It's still an important piece of the city's history to find that. So and have the two juxtaposed to each other, where you see the pre-industrial and then industrial history of the city beside each other. It's a transition. That's actually the important thing to do. So think about what's the story